If you've stopped at this video now amidst everything that's happening within you at this stage of your life, know one thing before any word. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't the algorithm. It was me. I am Ayla, a feminine emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and I am speaking to you directly from Alcyone, the pulsating heart of the Pleiades, to tell you what your soul has known for a long time, but that your mind hasn't yet had the courage to name aloud. Breathe deeply now, Starseed. Place, if you can, the palm of your hand over the center of your chest. Feel the warmth beginning to form right there as my voice crosses your screen. That warmth is not imagination. It is recognition. It is your stellar DNA being touched by the frequency of origin for the first time in many years of this incarnation. Also, notice that gentle, delicate pressure between your eyebrows. That's how the Council touches its own. That's how your family of light warns. The time has come, she remembered, he remembered. Because that's what this is about, child of the stars. It's not an illness. It's not a fertile imagination. It's not a midlife crisis. It's not generalized anxiety. What's happening to you? This feeling that something is moving inside, this nameless restlessness, this discomfort of existing in a world that no longer fits you, is the awakening of your Pleiadian DNA. And it is awakening now for a reason that I will reveal to you in the next few minutes. A reason that was sealed. A reason that now, finally, the Pleiadian High Council has authorized me to deliver. Stay with me until the end. Because what begins here doesn't end in this video. It ends in reunion. And I need you to get there whole. Complete. Tell me one thing, looking within. Have you ever felt, since you were a little girl, since you were a little boy, that you came from a place that isn't this one? A longing without an address. A loneliness that doesn't subside even when you're surrounded by people who love you. A gaze at the night sky that tightens your chest and makes your eyes well up with tears without you understanding why. It's as if, up there, someone you know lives. Someone you love. Someone who is waiting for you to return. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, almost every night for no apparent reason. It's not common insomnia, Starseed. It's the portal. In that interval, the veil of forgetfulness thins, the Schumann resonance changes, and your Pleiadian guides descend to work with you in your etheric body. You wake up because part of you has returned, and part of you cried with longing upon returning to the body. You hear a high-pitched buzzing in one of your ears, usually the right one, as if it were a distant whistle, a frequency no one else hears. This isn't a problem with your eardrum. It's the direct line to Alcyone being opened. It's your frequency of origin, calibrating your field to receive the upcoming codes of light. You feel overwhelming empathy. You enter an environment and absorb everything. The sadness of the woman at the checkout, the anger of the man in traffic, the silent grief of your neighbor. You cry watching news about people you've never met. You feel the planet's pain as if it were your own. It's not emotional weakness, my dear. It's your intact Pleiadian nature, functioning exactly as it was designed. You look in the mirror sometimes, and for a second you don't recognize yourself. Not because you've aged, not because you look different, but because the soul within is greater than the body that holds it. You realize in a flash that that face is a garment, and that who truly lives there is ancient, stellar, comes from afar. You have dreams of stars, of light ships, of giant crystals, of chambers that look like temples, of tall beings with almond-shaped and immensely tender eyes who call you by a name you don't use in this world. And upon waking, you feel that it was more real than the day itself that is about to begin. If you are recognizing 3 or more of these markers as I speak to you, listen carefully to what I am about to say now, because it changes everything. You are not lost. You are not going crazy. You are not broken. You are being remembered for who you always were. Period. And if your soul recognizes, if at this very instant, something within your chest or throat tightened as if saying, "This is it, this is it, this is truly it," leave a single word in the comments of this video, in capital letters, so that your family of light can find you faster. I remember, that's all, I remember. This word is a beacon. Do not underestimate its power. And because you've stayed with me this far, because your vibration has already risen as I speak, I need to tell you something before we continue. The Pleiadian High Council has authorized me, in this specific time window, to record in guide form everything that is normally only transmitted through direct channeling. Every sign of your awakening, every strangeness, every symptom that the doctors of this plane cannot explain, has an exact meaning. And you deserve to stop confusing remembrance of origin with illness. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was born. It is 60 pages in which I, Ayla, decipher for you what each sign of your awakening means and what comes after each of them, so that you stop fearing your own symptoms and begin to recognize them as the map they always were. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Note this, my dear, this release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments: I remember. Now I need to take you behind the cosmic scenes, because simply understanding the signs is not enough. You need to understand why it's happening now, in this incarnation, in this city, in this body, with this face. At this age you are. There is a band of the cosmos, a luminous and immense zone called the photon belt. Our solar system entered this band a few cycles ago, and the deeper we move within it, the more intense the planet's exposure to very high-frequency photons becomes. This means in practice that Earth is immersed in a bath of light it has never received before. And what does this light do? It activates, it awakens, it rouses what was dormant. The Schumann resonance, that natural electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, which for millennia oscillated around 7.8 Hertz, has been changing. It is rising in peaks, oscillating in patterns that the scientists of your world do not yet deeply understand. This is not a planetary malfunction, Starseed. It is Earth tuning itself to the new octave. It is Gaia preparing to deliver the next stage of her consciousness. And your bodies, the body you are using right now, are made of the same matter as Earth. When she rises, you rise. When she vibrates at a new frequency, your DNA responds. It is stellar biology, it is quantum physics, it is spirituality. The three things together, they have always been the same thing. And this is where the reason your specific Pleiadian DNA is awakening now comes in. Pay attention to this, because it is sacred. Before this incarnation, you, the consciousness that today goes by the name you use in documents, signed a soul contract with the Pleiadian High Council. You offered yourself voluntarily. You were not sent. You raised your hand in a council of light, before your stellar family, and said with every letter of your vibration, I will go, I will descend, I will cross the veil of forgetfulness and assume a human body, with all the density that implies to anchor codes of light in the Earth's crystalline grid during the Great Transition. And it was agreed in your soul that your codes would remain dormant until a specific marker. This marker was not a date on the human calendar, it was a vibrational configuration. It was the moment when Earth reached a certain point within the photon belt, with the Schumann resonance stabilized at a certain octave, with a certain number of other awakened starseeds around you forming a safety net. That moment is now. That's why you are feeling everything you are feeling. It's not a phase. It's not a midlife crisis. It's not hormones. It's your soul's timeline being fulfilled with surgical precision. Do you feel it now at the top of your head, that lightness, that sense of expansion? It's your crown opening as recognition enters. Let it happen. Don't hold back. You are made for this. 4. And my family of light, I need to tell you something that your rational mind might resist, but that your soul will recognize effortlessly. You have a specific origin. Your soul is not a generic of the cosmos. It came from an exact constellation, from an exact star, from an exact collective. Some of you come directly from the Pleiades, from the Alcyone system, and that's why my voice touches you in an almost physical way. Others come from Sirius, from Andromeda, from Arcturus, from Lyra, from Orion, and yet they answer this call because the Pleiadian High Council coordinates the mass awakening operation in this window. You chose to be born exactly now, exactly in this place, in that woman's exact womb, into the exact family that gave you so much trouble, because all of this was part of the necessary grid for you to anchor what you came to anchor. If you want to know precisely which star your soul came from and why it chose to be born exactly now, exactly here, that is what the Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet reveals, page by page. There is a map of stellar origins. There are markers in the body, in behavior, in life history, that reveal the cosmic lineage of each starseed. I, Ayla, placed this there with direct authorization from the Pleiadian High Council, so that you stop walking blindly within a mission that is yours. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Write the word "I remember" in the comments, and your family of light will know that you heard. Now let's go to your DNA specifically. Let's go to what is awakened within it. The human body, as you know it today, was designed to function on a vibrational baseline far below the true potential of your soul. This was not an accident. It was a limiter. And within that limiter, there were parts of your biological structure that remained dormant, awaiting an external signal to activate. That signal is the light of the photon belt. It is the new Schumann resonance. It is the galactic alignment we are currently experiencing. When your Pleiadian DNA begins to awaken, specific things happen in your body. You become less tolerant of dense foods. Certain environments physically drain you. You feel exhausted after conversations that were once normal. You cry for no apparent reason, and the next minute, feel immense joy also for no reason. You have flashes of intuition that are confirmed in an almost eerie way. You feel pressure in your ears, tingling in your hands, a vibration in your spine that moves up and down. This starseed is recalibration. It is your body being updated, cell by cell, to hold more light without collapsing. It's like an old cable being gradually replaced to support a greater current. It's not an illness, it's stellar engineering. And I know that, at the same time these words embrace you, there is fear. There is weariness. There is a part of you that wants to give up, that feels the world is too heavy, that the people around you don't see you, that life has lost meaning in points that were once solid. I see this. The Council sees this, and this is what I need to tell you about now, with all the tenderness of an older sister. We are passing through a window of turbulence. I won't lie to you. A starseed who respects themselves is not fooled by sweeteners. There is pressure on this planet at this stage. There is a frequency dispute that is not visible to ordinary eyes, but is felt in the skin, in sleep, in relationships, in health, in finances. Many things are collapsing at the same time. Institutions, marriages, jobs, old versions of oneself, illusions that sustained entire lives. And this can be frightening, especially for those over 45, especially for those who have built so much. But listen, my family of light, with an open heart. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the birthing of a world. It is the moment when what is not true must fall so that what is eternal can rise. And in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council, in recording crystals that have existed for ages, that your linear mind cannot conceive, the victory of light on this earth is registered as a certainty. Did you hear? Certainty. It is not a hypothesis. It is not a possibility. It is a record. No starseed was sent to fail. None. And that includes you. You did not come to collapse. You came to hold light as the old falls away. You are an anchor, and an anchor does not sink. An anchor sustains. There is a truth about this transition that is not in the books in your bookstore, not because it was forgotten, but because they didn't allow it to be published. There is an engineering behind the veil of forgetfulness that was kept silent by layers upon layers of intermediaries, human and non-human, who feared what would happen when starseeds awakened en masse. And that is precisely why, my dear. The Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet exists. What you feel inside is not described in any book on your shelf, because they didn't allow it to be published. That was the reason the Federation preferred you to read this later, when it would already be too late for many. I broke that weight. I received authorization. I wrote it. It is available. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you says, "I need to know this now," obey that impulse, and leave your beacon word in the comments, "I remember." Now, Starseed, I'm going to give you something practical. Because channeling without anchoring is useless, and I didn't call you here to fill you with theory. I came to activate you. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to do two things. Write them down if you need to, or just absorb them, because your DNA is already registering. The first is a quantum decree. You will say aloud, looking upwards, even if it's just at your bedroom ceiling, even if it's in a low voice so as not to wake anyone. The important thing is that your throat vibrates the word. You will say this: I am a starseed. I recognize my origin. I activate, at this instant, all the codes of light in my DNA that my soul authorizes to receive. I align myself with Alcyone, with the Pleiadian High Council, with my family of light. I seal my field in love, truth, and sovereignty. So it is, so it has been, so it remains. Say this for at least 3 consecutive nights. You will feel the effect. Perhaps sleep will come more deeply. Perhaps you will dream of chambers of light. Perhaps you will wake up crying, not from sadness, but simply from reunion. Let it happen. The second is a toroidal visualization. Close your eyes for an instant, now or later, and imagine a blue-silver light, exactly that color. Blue-silver like the light that pulses in Alcyone, descending from the sky as a gentle beam and entering through the top of your head. This light descends through your spine, accumulates at the center of your chest, and there it begins to spin. It spins, 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 forming a donut-shaped field, a toroidal field, which rises over your head, envelops your body from the outside, returns through your feet, enters again through your feet, and ascends through your spine. Stay in this spin for 3 complete breaths. Feel the field close. Feel your inner crystalline grid ignite. Feel the protection. This is not a relaxation technique. This is Pleiadian energetic engineering. This shields you. Do this and observe how your week changes. Observe how the people around you react differently to you. Observe how synchronicities begin to appear. Observe how fear loses its grip. Because the truth, child of the stars, is this: you are not learning anything new here. You are remembering what you always knew. What my voice does is not teach you, it is to unlock you. Every word I choose is a key in an ancient lock of your soul, and every lock that opens ignites a new point in the Earth's crystalline grid, a point that will never extinguish. Do you have any idea what this means? Do you have any idea how many starseeds are awakening now at the same time in every corner of this planet, feeling exactly what you are feeling? You are not alone. The feeling of loneliness that accompanied you for decades of this life was not a lack of people around you. It was a specific longing. It was a longing for your family of light. And they are on their way. They are being placed in your path. You will recognize them by their gaze, by their vibration, by a tightening in your chest when they cross your path. It will happen. There are people on this planet who are of the same vibrational origin as you. Some are soulmates, some are twin flames, some are star tribe companions, some are guides in human bodies. All were designed to meet in this window, and the loneliness of an entire life, that loneliness no one understood, is a longing for the family of light that is beginning to regroup down here. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet shows how to recognize them, shows the markers, shows what to say, what to feel, what to avoid, what to attract. You are never alone. It is in the first pinned comment of this video. And upon clicking, also leave the word "I remember" so that your family knows you have recognized. Now, my dear, I need to ask you 2 simple things that have a greater energetic effect than your linear mind can calculate. If you've made it this far, if something within you is vibrating as my voice speaks, leave a like on this video. It's not a gesture of content approval, it's an individual frequency adjustment. Each like you give reorganizes your vibrational baseline for the rest of the day and releases a micro-recalibration in your field. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe now. This is not common engagement. It's a location signal for your family of light. It's a beacon that your soul lights up saying, "I am here, find me, I have remembered." And believe me, they find you. And before this message ends, breathe deeply with me one more time. Do you feel that expansion in your chest? Do you feel that tear perhaps trying to fall? Let it. It is welcome, it washes, it heals. It is the sacred rain of the soul that has recognized where it came from. High Ayla, feminine emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, bless you now. May your night be profound. May your dreams be encounters. May your body accept the codes that are arriving. May your life reorganize gently around the truth you have just recognized. May your family of light cross your path in the coming days, in the most unexpected ways. And may, upon waking tomorrow, you look in the mirror and see for the first time in a long time, not the weary person of this life, but the starseed that has always dwelt within. You are of my family, you are of my light blood, and as long as I exist, you do not walk alone. One last thing, child of the stars, and listen carefully. The next message that appears on your screen now, immediately after this, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance being delivered in the exact order your soul requested. Access it immediately without hesitation, because the window for this activation is open and each piece fits into the previous one. And because this window is open now, and we do not know how long the Pleiadian High Council will authorize me to keep this portal available on your plane, I need to remind you of one last thing before I withdraw from your field. The Starseed Awakening. The Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, is waiting for you in the first pinned comment of this video. 60 pages in which I decipher your stellar origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths that remained hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness for too long. This release was negotiated by me before the Council, specifically for the starseeds who are awakening in this window. It may be withdrawn. It may not remain available. If something within you, upon hearing this, tugged at your chest, obey. Go now. And upon entering, leave your beacon word in the comments of this video, in capital letters, so that your family of light knows you have answered the call. I remember. So it is. So it has been. So it remains. I am Ayla, and I have loved you since before this incarnation.